If you're over 50 and starting to feel like your legs aren't what they used to be, maybe you've noticed small things, like how walking down your porch steps takes more focus, or how you catch yourself reaching for the arm of the chair just to stand up. Maybe it's that short walk around the block that suddenly feels a little longer, or the way you hesitate before climbing stairs because your legs don't feel as steady as they once did. You might even find yourself avoiding activities you used to enjoy: gardening, shopping, dancing, not because you've lost interest, but because your legs don't seem to keep up the way they used to. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of adults over 50 are quietly losing strength in their lower body every year, and most of them hear the same explanation: that's just aging. But what if that's not entirely true? Modern research is telling us something different, something hopeful. Much of what we think of as getting old may actually be a breakdown in how your muscles and nerves communicate. Not the muscle disappearing, but the signal fading, like a light bulb that's still there just waiting for someone to flip the switch back on. This condition, often overlooked, is called neuromuscular undernourishment. It doesn't just happen because of time. It happens because muscles stop receiving the proper support, fewer signals, less circulation, and the wrong kind of fuel. The good news? This is not permanent. In fact, studies show that within just 12 hours, you can begin to restore that lost connection, not with intense workouts or pills, but with real food, gentle movement, and smart timing. But before we get to that, before we get started, where are you watching from today? Are you tuning in from the US, Canada, the UK, maybe somewhere sunny like Australia, or somewhere snowy up north? Wherever you are, we're glad you're here. Grab yourself a warm drink, settle in, and let's dive into something that could truly change how you think about strength, aging, and your legs. And if you're new here, welcome to Healthy Senior Now, where we share real, practical, science-backed tips to help you stay strong, mobile, and confident as you age. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. All right, let's take a closer look at what's really happening with leg strength after 50, and how a few simple steps might just help you turn things around faster than you think. 1. Neuromuscular disconnect. Why your legs feel weak even when you're eating right and exercising. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt just a little wobbly? Maybe your legs felt slower, weaker, like they weren't quite on the same page as the rest of you. Most people chalk that up to getting older. But what if I told you the real issue isn't your muscles getting weaker, it's your brain and muscles losing touch? Here's the truth. Starting as early as your 40s, the motor neurons, the nerves that carry movement commands from your brain to your muscles, begin to lose their efficiency. Think of them as electrical wires. Over time, those wires start fraying, the signal gets weaker, and your muscles stop getting the message. They're still there, just not fully activated. This is what we call a neuromuscular disconnect, and it's far more common and more fixable than most people realize. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Many older adults believe they've lost muscle, when in fact, they've lost connection. The muscle fibers are still present, but they're not firing because they're not getting that spark from the nervous system. So it's not that the muscle has wasted away, it's just asleep. That's why someone can go to the gym regularly, eat plenty of protein, and still feel weaker over time. If the neurological signal isn't strong, the muscle won't respond. To be clear, this isn't the same as true muscle atrophy, where the muscle physically shrinks. In a neuromuscular disconnect, the muscle often maintains its size, but loses function because the signal pathway has become fuzzy or delayed. So how do we measure this? In the clinic, we use tools like EMG, electromyography, and nerve conduction studies to check how fast and accurately those signals travel. But you don't need a lab test to know something's off. Feeling unstable on stairs, slower when walking, or unusually fatigued after light activity? Those are signs that the communication line between brain and muscle is getting weaker. Now here's the hopeful part. This connection can often be restored. The nervous system is incredibly adaptive, but you have to nourish it and stimulate it the right way. That means more than just lifting weights or drinking protein shakes. It means using key nutrients like choline, B vitamins, and acetylcholine precursors to rebuild those signaling pathways. It also means timing, movement, even light walking with nutrition to retrain the nervous system to wake up those dormant muscles. So no, it's not just about getting older. It's about reconnecting the system that drives movement in the first place. The muscle isn't gone. The light switch just needs flipping. Now, let's dive right in. 2. Leucine and mTOR, activating muscle growth. After 50, if you're over 50 and wondering why your body doesn't respond to workouts the way it used to, the answer may not be muscle loss. It's something deeper. Your body's ability to build and repair muscle is slowing down. But the good news? One nutrient can help flip the switch back on, and it's not some supplement or secret. It's leucine, and it's found in your food. Leucine is an essential amino acid, meaning your body can't produce it, so you have to get it from what you eat. But it's more than just a building block. It acts like a biological signal. When leucine enters your system, it activates a key cellular pathway called mTOR, short for mechanistic target of rapamycin. This pathway tells your body, we've got the nutrients now, let's grow. Think of mTOR as the body's internal power switch for muscle repair. If it's off, no matter how much protein you eat, your muscles stay idle. But if mTOR is activated, your body begins rebuilding and strengthening muscle tissue. The problem is that, after age 50, mTOR doesn't respond as easily. According to Harvard Medical School, this reduced response is part of a broader phenomenon called anabolic resistance, a natural part of aging where your body doesn't react to protein the way it used to. Here's where leucine matters. Unlike general protein, leucine is especially good at bypassing anabolic resistance and directly stimulating mTOR. Research shows that 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal, the amount in about 25-30 grams of high-quality protein, is enough to activate this growth switch, even in older adults. That means just one well-designed meal can kickstart muscle building. Not all protein sources are equal when it comes to leucine. Whey protein isolate tops the list. It's fast-digesting, highly bioavailable, and packed with leucine. Other excellent sources include eggs, especially whites, lean meats like chicken, beef, or turkey, Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, tofu and soy products, great for plant-based diets, though you may need more volume. But there's a timing factor too. The ideal window to take in leucine-rich food is 30 to 60 minutes after light activity like walking, stretching, or even basic chores. During that time, your muscle cells are primed to absorb nutrients and respond to growth signals. And here's what most people don't realize. Activating MIND2R isn't just about growing muscle. It also boosts energy metabolism, supports healthy blood sugar regulation, and may even enhance immune function. It plays a foundational role in aging well. So if you're over 50 and feel like your workouts aren't paying off, the solution may not be more reps, it may be smarter nutrition. The kind that gives your body what it's actually listening for. Leucine, at the right dose, at the right time. Your muscles haven't forgotten how to grow. They're just waiting for the signal to begin. 3. Choline and acetylcholine, restoring motor control. Ever notice your legs don't quite listen like they used to? Maybe it's a slight wobble when you stand up, or a delay when stepping off a curb. It's easy to assume that's just aging. But in many cases, the issue isn't strength, it's signal. More specifically, the fading signal between your brain and your muscles. The messenger behind that signal is called acetylcholine. It's the neurotransmitter responsible for turning intention into action. When you think about moving your leg, acetylcholine carries that command from your brain, down your spinal cord, to the exact muscle fibers needed to move. No acetylcholine, no movement. As we age, our body naturally produces less acetylcholine. Even worse, the receptors that respond to it become less sensitive. This double hit leads to poor coordination, slower reflexes, and that subtle but frustrating feeling of being off balance. But there's a way to support this pathway, and it starts with choline, the nutrient your body uses to make acetylcholine. According to the National Institutes of Health, increasing dietary choline can enhance acetylcholine synthesis in as little as 6 to 12 hours. It's not magic. It's just giving your nervous system the raw materials it needs to do its job. So where do you get choline? The most concentrated natural source is something most of us already have in our fridge: egg yolks. 2 whole eggs provide over 300 milligrams of choline, covering more than half of your daily needs. Other strong sources include beef liver, chicken, turkey, soybeans, and quinoa. For plant-based diets, Brussels sprouts and broccoli also offer modest amounts. But keep in mind, animal sources tend to have higher bioavailability, meaning your body absorbs and uses the choline more efficiently. Here's where timing comes into play. Your nervous system is most receptive to choline early in the day, within 30 to 60 minutes after waking. That's when acetylcholine levels are naturally low, and motor neurons are primed to respond to nutritional input. Having a choline-rich breakfast, paired with light movement like a short walk or stretching, can reactivate neuromuscular pathways and lead to noticeable improvements in control and coordination. And there's more. Acetylcholine isn't just about movement. It plays a key role in memory, learning, and focus. So supporting this pathway gives you a 2-for-1, stronger legs, and a sharper mind. If your body feels like it's lagging behind your brain, if you know what to do but your muscles don't respond like they used, choline might be the missing link. It's not about doing more. It's about helping your body do what it already knows, just more effectively. 4. Nitric oxide and circulation. Boosting blood flow to the legs. You can have strong muscles, a healthy heart, and still feel tired, heavy, or slow on your feet. Why? Because none of it matters if your circulation can't keep up. See, your muscles don't work alone. They rely on a steady stream of blood to deliver oxygen, nutrients, and remove waste. And as we age, that stream can slow to a trickle, especially in the legs. That's where nitric oxide, or NO, comes into play. Nitric oxide is a gas your body produces to tell blood vessels when to open up and increase flow. Think of it like the yes signal for circulation. When NO is released, vessels relax, widen, and allow more blood to reach working muscles. The more NO, the better your blood flow. And better blood flow? That means more energy, faster recovery, and stronger legs. Here's the problem. Nitric oxide production declines sharply with age. That's one big reason older adults often feel slower, weaker, or experience leg cramps even with decent fitness. But there's a surprisingly effective fix, and it comes from a humble root vegetable: beets. Research from the University of Exeter showed that drinking beetroot juice significantly improved leg muscle power in older adults within just a few hours. In the study, participants who consumed beet juice before exercise saw better blood flow and stronger performance in walking, stair climbing, and balance tests. So how does it work? Beets are rich in dietary nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide. When you eat them, especially in raw or juice form, your body gets the signal to open the floodgates literally. More blood reaches your muscles, especially those critical for balance and power, like the quads, glutes, and calves. But there's a catch. Timing and activity matter. To get the full effect, you want to consume beetroot juice, or whole beets, about 90 minutes before physical activity. That gives your body time to convert nitrates into number. Then, light movement like walking or stretching activates the muscles and allows that improved circulation to do its work. A simple routine could look like this. Drink 250-300 milliliters of beet juice, or eat 1-2 medium-sized beets. Wait about 90 minutes. Go for a light 15-20 minute walk or low-impact workout. The result? More oxygen delivery, better endurance, and stronger performance without the crash of stimulants or energy drinks. And if you're concerned about sugar, beets have a moderate glycemic load, but pairing them with a source of fiber or protein like Greek yogurt or leafy greens can help balance it out. Plus, the benefits for blood flow and performance far outweigh any small sugar spike for most people. Bottom line, if your legs feel heavy, slow, or fatigued despite staying active, the issue might not be effort, it might be circulation. And a glass of beet juice might just be the simplest, science-backed boost your lower body needs. 5. Inflammation and muscle weakness, the hidden cause of fatigue. Have you ever felt like your legs are tired or heavy, even when you haven't done much? Or maybe you try to stay active and eat healthy, but you're still feeling weak, especially in your lower body? It might not be your muscles. It might be something happening quietly inside your body, something called chronic inflammation. Inflammation is your body's natural way of healing after injury or illness. That's normal. But as we get older, our immune system can stay switched on, even when there's no infection or injury. This long-term, low-level inflammation wears your body down over time. You don't feel it like pain, but it's always there in the background, slowing things down. And your muscles? They really don't like it. According to a study from the Journals of Gerontology, older adults with higher levels of inflammation had weaker legs, walked slower, and lost muscle faster, even if they were eating well and staying active. In other words, inflammation can block your body from using the food and movement you give it. How? Well, chronic inflammation reduces energy in your muscles by weakening mitochondria, your cell's batteries, makes it harder to build or repair muscle, slows down the signals from your brain to your muscles. But here's the good news. We can fight inflammation with the right food. One of the best things you can eat? Leafy green vegetables. Spinach, kale, arugula, mustard greens. They're packed with natural compounds that help cool inflammation in your body. They contain things like magnesium, chlorophyll, and antioxidants that protect your muscles and joints. One powerful nutrient is quercetin found in kale and mustard greens. Studies show it can lower inflammation and help muscles recover faster. Even better, you can start feeling the difference in just a few weeks. To help your body absorb these nutrients better, try adding healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. A simple breakfast might be scrambled eggs with spinach cooked in olive oil, a slice of whole grain toast with avocado, green tea with a squeeze of lemon. Small changes like this, done daily, can help your body feel lighter, stronger, and more stable. You don't need fancy supplements or complicated routines. Just real food that works with your body, not against it. So if your legs feel tired, even when you're doing everything right, remember, the problem might not be the effort. It might be the inflammation quietly holding you back. 6. Meal timing and protein. Rebuilding muscle with your clock. Margaret is 67. She's mindful about what she eats, she takes walks every day, and she rarely skips a meal. But lately, she's felt her legs getting slower. Standing up from a chair feels just a bit harder than it used to. Her blood work looks fine. So does her muscle mass. Still, something feels off. For many people over 50, this story sounds familiar. And the answer isn't always in eating more, but in timing better. You see, Margaret eats a healthy dinner: fish, greens, some beans. That's when she gets most of her daily protein. But her breakfast? Just toast and a piece of fruit. Lunch? A light soup. The muscle-building signal she's sending her body? It's showing up late. As we age, especially past 50, our muscles become less sensitive to the protein we eat. It's called anabolic resistance, and it means the body needs a clearer message if we want it to rebuild strength. One strong way to do that? Spread protein out through the day, rather than loading it up at night. Research from the University of Texas found that people over 50 who had roughly equal protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner built 25% more muscle than those who ate most of their protein in the evening. Same total amount, just smarter timing. Why does this matter? Because the body can only use about 30-40 grams of protein at once to build muscle. The rest is burned or stored. So even if dinner is protein-packed, the body might not use it efficiently, and earlier meals leave your muscles waiting. Here's a more balanced approach. Start your day with 2 eggs and a spoonful of Greek yogurt. At lunch, include chicken, tofu, or beans with greens. Dinner can stay satisfying, just not the only time your muscles get what they need. And there's more. Light movement, like a 15-minute walk or gentle stretches, helps your muscles absorb protein better. So, eating protein after moving, especially in the morning or midday, sends an even stronger message. It's time to grow. The real shift here isn't about eating more. It's about helping your body do more with what you already give it. Margaret's story is a gentle reminder. Building strength after 50 doesn't have to be a fight. Often, it begins with simple changes like giving your body what it needs, when it needs it most. Let's take a moment to review what we've uncovered. Weak legs after 50 aren't a life sentence. They're often the result of a series of silent changes: lost communication between nerves and muscles, lower nutrient signals, and missed timing windows. But the encouraging truth is this: those pathways can be reawakened, starting in just 12 hours, with the right foods, at the right time. Here are the 6 science-backed principles that can help restore strength, balance, and confidence. Reconnect your neuromuscular pathways. Muscles don't just shrink, they go silent. Re-establishing communication between your nerves and muscle fibers is step 1. Activate the mTOR switch with leucine. This key amino acid flips your body's internal rebuild signal back on, especially when paired with protein-rich meals. Fuel your nervous system with choline. By increasing acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for muscle movement, you restore coordination and reduce fall risk. Improve circulation with natural nitrates. Beetroot and similar nitrate-rich foods boost nitric oxide, expanding blood vessels and helping nutrients reach your legs more effectively. Fight hidden inflammation with leafy greens. Chronic, low-level inflammation drains muscle health. Compounds like quercetin found in spinach and kale help lower inflammatory markers and protect tissue. Eat with your body clock in mind. Protein needs to be spaced out, not hoarded at night. Feeding your muscles consistently, especially post-activity, makes the biggest difference. Now, if you're wondering how to get started, here's a simple morning routine that combines these principles into a powerful recovery strategy. Wake up and drink a small glass of beetroot juice or a whey protein shake. Move gently with a 15-minute walk or stretch session. Have breakfast 30 minutes later: 2 eggs, sautéed greens with olive oil, and a bowl of Greek yogurt. No supplements, no guesswork, just real food, proper timing, and gentle consistency. And let's be clear, this is not a hack. It's not a gimmick. This is clinical biochemistry and nutritional science, carefully tailored to meet the needs of aging bodies. It's also a declaration that growing older doesn't mean giving in. It means learning how to work with your body, not against it. If you've made it this far, you're already one step ahead. You're informed, you're prepared, and most importantly, you're not powerless. Your legs may have slowed, but your potential hasn't. Let's get back up stronger, steadier, and smarter than before.